Fuck.
All right, welcome back to Inner Machinations. Today we have Sam. The same lineup, but we have Sam this time. This is actually the first episode with all four of us.
That's interesting. So random questions, right? When are the other hosts going to be in the podcast?
The other hosts, no clue.
Ever, Bubba?
Well, anyway.
Sam, do you think Colin and Caleb would be good ideas to have on this? Okay, that's very interesting.
From the few moments I've talked to Caleb, maybe. If he can fucking keep a straight face and not get into a huge fucking argument.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I feel like Caleb and Colin and Ben and Isaac, they wouldn't mix, you know?
Yeah.
No, I mean just on podcast episodes.
They still wouldn't mix.
No,
you have a reason for that? Or?
No, like
no, I have reasons.
On...
They just are offensive.
I
have reasons. I just don't think you want to hear them.
We all are offensive, so yeah, I'd love to hear them.
Sorry, I'm rolling out a piece of paper.
Colin and Caleb argue a little more intellectually, and they get their point across not screaming really loud. They use actual points of evidence, and that is why I don't think they'd mix with this current podcast dynamic.
Okay.
Well, okay. I think the entire tension between Colin and Caleb is the fact that Caleb cannot argue his own point.
He does, though. Colin just does not give Caleb credit for it.
Well, I mean, sometimes Caleb does get a little bit like you remember the sleepover where he was like arguing about the javelin pool stick thing.
But he actually gave valid arguments to it instead of just screaming his point over and over again.
He did, but also he forgot what he was arguing about.
Hey, yeah, sometimes it happens.
So he has the issue of going off topic.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's just the arguing part.
Hey, I agree with Sam now, but the point of having rules to the podcast, right, is that we get to that equilibrium of being respectful. That's the goal. Which, I mean, I think we did really good with that yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
Or not yesterday. You know what I mean, the last episode. No, that could have been just because it was me and Ben, only for, an hour, but...
Yeah. That's because we fucking didn't want to record it at 3 and record it at 6. But whatever.
Anyways, so what I wanted to start doing is... I mentioned this in the last episode. We're modeling, at least I am, modeling this podcast off of Distractable. I meat ride them.
Yeah, you meat ride Distractable?
Yeah, I actually glaze them to the end of the earth because I love their podcast. And one of the things they do is they have small talk at the beginning of each episode where they update on how their life has been. So how have you guys been doing recently? We'll start with Sam because he has a story.
Okay. So, I just... Imagine you're working a cash register at Walgreens, okay?
Yeah.
And this boy comes in, and he sets down a $20 V-Bucks card, a stick of deodorant, and a bunch of candy. And then he takes out a big red bag. And you hear this big red bag, and it starts clinking. And then, this boy dumps 100 quarters and 104 dimes onto your table and tells you that it's exactly $35.40. And then you have to count every individual coin with him for him to pay for his stuff. Yeah, that's about what happened. I paid for $35 worth of stuff in all coins.
And it was a big black dude was the guy checking him out.
He was just staring at me. I thought he was going to kill me.
So he didn't just blow you off and just say, oh, okay.
You went up to him with a red bag and was like, this is exactly $35.
$35.40, yeah.
And the funniest thing is, so tell him about what the coworker said, first of all.
Yeah, and the coworker was like, "The fuck's going on over there?" And then the black dude just Uncle Ruckus looking black dude, by the way, just looked at him like
1,000-yard stare.
1,000-yard stare, bro.
And Sam, there was like people behind Sam in line. And
I couldn't look him in the face, so I can't tell you their reaction.
Dude. Just imagine. You get, first of all, there's a teenager walking into your store. You're probably tired. It's like you're 9 to 5. You're just starting the day. You don't want to work on a Sunday. He puts down a Fortnite V-Bucks gift card and some Pockies and is like, "I'd like to check out, sir." And then you're like, "Okay, I can deal with this." And you see a giant red bag that goes clinkety clank, and all of a sudden, this kid has dumped Mount Fuji full of coins onto your cash register, and you have to sit there and try to keep your job as you count every single one of them and not kill this.
204 coins total.
What the fuck?
I feel like
Why?
the best thing to do in that situation is just to fucking blow them off, just to give them to them for free, to say, "Fuck it, I don't feel like counting this." This shit. This is like
I'll just come in next time. I'll buy
Oh yeah,
up.
oh yeah. And Sam had exactly 3 pennies and change, and he made sure to give the 3 pennies back.
I hate
Bro.
Hey, at least that
What's
store,
wrong with you?
that store will have all of its change covered for the next year.
So true.
3 pennies, let's go.
Never, I don't think anyone's ever wanted to kill me more than in that exact moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I imagine the coworker was just like, "Good luck with that, man." They're just going over other orders. As the coworker just stares at them.
With the 1,000-yard
That
stare.
dude definitely wanted to kill me.
Dude, you can. I could just tell from listening to it, bro.
Well,
I thought you were the one working. I don't know why I thought that.
yeah, I walked into my 9 to 5 at Walgreens. You know, the one the same as.
Yeah, I was like, "Wait, you have a job?" All right. Anyway.
What's going on with
What the
you
fuck
guys?
happened to Isaac?
He hasn't said anything. I don't know.
Should I just tell the podcast of that like lunch table story?
Yeah.
That I told you
absolutely.
yesterday. All right. So imagine this, right? Just some like guys sitting with their friends, right? And you know they're on a table that is like half full because there's nobody really sitting at their table and just them. And these girls come up that none of them knew like anything about the girls or like how they acted, and so they were like the girls were like, "Hey, is it okay we sit here?" And we were like, "Sure," because we didn't really.
Horny males who wanted to sit next to a girl? Yeah, I got you. No.
We did not give a shit. We did not give a shit. Like, we just had an agreement in our mind, like, you don't fuck with us, we don't fuck with you. Got it? All right. And so we allow them to sit there. Literally the next day after we let them sit there, they started just going after my friend, just like tugging on his shirt and just like knocking him all over the place. And
they're probably flirting with him.
No, they were doing that to be annoying.
Yeah, that's what girls do to flirt. You didn't know that? Okay, just keep going. Maybe girls at your school are
You think
different.
people actually have relationships in my school?
No, I don't.
There's like 3. There's 3. That's it. Nobody
the girls
chases
at our
women.
School.
Nobody chases women in my school. That's about all you need to know.
The girls in my school get in relationships with guys that have certain fetishes.
We should tell them about Alex.
No. Don't say anything else. No other names.
So
Alex
like
with
after
no last name.
Yeah.
After they started like just insulting my friend and just like knocking him around, they were like, "Hey, is it okay if you let guys like scoot down?" In the like most
condescending.
I don't really know how to explain it. Just a really rudely way, like, "Hey, is it okay if you guys
I can tell you. I can do it exactly. It's like, hey, can you guys move, please? Can you like move over?
Like, you're taking all the space. Come on.
Dude, actually, like Pulse Anaconda is a 44 Magnum 6-shot revolver that is double action.
I was like, and that was after like they just insulted my friend the entire time. So we were just like, no. And then what they do is they start like forcing us out of our seats. Like they start just like basically pushing us out of our seats, trying to get us to scoot down. And one day they tried to do that, but I like sat down and already had my food ready, so I placed my backpack where my friend's seat was. And the first thing she tries to do when she sees the backpack on my friend's seat is immediately try and take it off of the seat. The first thing she does when she sees it. I was so pissed. All right. And then I just like held onto my backpack, and when she tried to move it, I like slammed it down onto the seat to stop it from moving.
I slammed it into her face and gave her a nosebleed, and then said,
"That would have been a lot more entertaining," and I was honestly considering that.
How is your lunch that civil? What the fuck? During my lunch, some dude literally, like, we were sitting outside and some motherfucker ran out and just did the dash and tried to go home.
Bro, my school is just tame. Like, you guys always question why I don't talk about my life that much. It's because there's nothing going on in my life.
Well, me personally, I would have shoved it up that. Never mind.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh yeah, I know. I was.
How about I take this backpack and shove it up your friend's ass?
I'm gonna touch my backpack again, and I'm gonna hit you with this fucking Chromebook.
Yeah, this is gonna sound bad, but like the amount of respect I have for women is so little nowadays. Oh, don't like a nice woman, I'll respect her fully. But a girl like that, like the amount of respect I have for her is less than the respect I have for a man.
Sam, we should tell him about this.
No, imagine that one girl.
Should we tell him about the drool?
Yeah, we should tell him about the drool.
Sam, imagine that girl, but there's 20 of them. That's the situation I was dealing with.
Like the amount of times that I've genuinely, okay, this is gonna sound really bad person to me, but like there have been a couple girls that I was gonna show up to their house and shoot them. Like like that, I actually found their address by like searching on the web, and I was gonna go shoot them. I didn't though, because it's not Christian.
There's more.
Like that's how annoying
them being like existing. I mean, they did things, but.
Oh no, yeah. I'll just tell the story real quick. So like, you know how my mom's dead? She kept like poking fun of me because my mom was dead, and like
That's
not in a nice, not like in a not joking way. Like she hated me because I got with her best friend. She liked me and I got with her best friend instead. And then she was like, "That's why your fucking mom's dead." And then she got her cousins to make fun of my mom being dead too. And then I almost went to their house and shot them. You know,
people don't just normally make jokes about your mom dead all the time. What?
Oh, it's fine when it's my friend. I don't care.
It's not just average.
No, but like when it's someone who I don't like and they do it, and I've told them that I don't like them doing it, and then I'm gonna beat the shit out of them, and they keep doing it. That's death. That's death right there. Instant death.
That honestly, I understand that. I understand that feeling a lot.
And I wanted to be known that if they were dudes, I would have done it. I would have actually done it.
Okay.
I probably would have jumped them at school. Like, if there was a dude, I don't know. That's why I don't like the no fighting girls rule. I don't know. Never made sense to me. Well, I mean, it does make a lot of sense to me, but sometimes they deserve it.
Sam is an advocate follower of equal fights, or equal rights, equal fights.
Equal fights. You've said it backward. Yeah. Whatever.
Fuck yourself. All right.
What did I do?
Fuck. All right.
Well, Isaac, what has been up with you recently?
So a sophomore and a junior got into a fight. A dude did the dash on the lunch table. My friend almost got his banned from eating outside for throwing a burger onto the roof. Fucking hell.
How the fuck does all this shit happen at your schools and nothing happens at mine?
And then I walk into the cafeteria and I see a girl throw a backpack at some dude's face for no apparent reason. I have no idea. I just walk past it. I'm like, what the fuck? And then just
what's going on?
Bang, just a backpack. And I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah. And then some dude tried to hit the dash and run out of the school, but he was not fast at all. I'm pretty sure a Discord mod could have caught him. That's how fast he was.
Wait, so he just tried to like run out and then they stopped him?
Yeah, well basically when we're eating outside, there's a back road and you can just go up that back road to the parking lot, or you can go up to the back road or jump the fence. So basically if no one sees you, you can technically run away. It's not like, and also sometimes people park down there so they could technically run to their cars and start them.
See, Sam, our school is so in the middle of nowhere that if you wanted to run away, it wouldn't even be worth it. Like, you could, but it would take a full day to get anywhere.
Yeah, your school is literally just in the middle of nowhere, dude.
It's in the middle of the woods. Our school is in the very middle of the woods.
Yeah, my school is right
next to it.
How do you even get to it?
Driving? Bus? Isaac can walk to his school, and that's crazy to me because I'm one of the closest people that live to my school, and it's a 20-minute ride.
I have an elementary school, and you know what? Never mind. I can walk. Just my school is in walking distance.
How far away is your school from your house? Your neighborhood, I guess.
Like one neighborhood away.
That's crazy.
That doesn't help at all.
All you have to do is walk down like the main street a bit. That leads to like all of the neighborhoods, and then cut into a neighborhood, and then you walk through a open gate, and it leads you to the school like fields.
See, I live like right by my elementary school, middle school, and high school. Like they're all probably the same driving like distance.
Do you really live that close to the elementary school?
Yeah, it was probably the shortest ride. Yeah, we do. Oh. We live right next to it.
Oh, no, maybe you do actually.
I've biked to it before. I mean, I've biked almost to it. I biked to the middle school, and I was going to go from the middle because the middle school is right next to the elementary school. But
yeah,
I know. Yeah.
All right, Sam, how long is your bus ride?
Well, I get on at 7:20. 6:20.
7:20. That's crazy.
I get on at 6:20, and we get there at 6:50, so 30 minutes.
So
my bus ride.
My bus, I get picked up at 6:30, and I get to school at 6:45. So
that's just crazy.
Going to school, my bus ride takes about like 10 minutes. Going from school, it takes like 30 because we also have to pick up the middle schoolers, and then I'm like one of the last stops.
You pick up the middle schoolers on the way back?
Yes, the middle schoolers and high schoolers ride on the same bus.
That's whack.
Which also means that my that school like barely changed like starting times between the schools.
That's Wackington.
So when Zach gets to school, I'm waking up to go to school. God.
Yeah, dude, it's
When do you all wake up for school?
Dude, I wake up for school.
I'm supposed to wake up at like. You go.
Sam, you understand that when I get to school, there's nobody there, right? Like I have to wait like 10 minutes for you to get there, and you and Caleb and Colin. It's usually Caleb first, and then like Colin, and then a little after Colin, you show up. But yeah, I don't know. I actually walk into school. If you don't count my bus, there's maybe 10 people there. Maybe 10. It's actually a barren wasteland. It's a ghost town. And I have to wait 15 minutes for the freaking breakfast line to open up.
The breakfast line.
I'm not eating it anymore. I made my lunch on Friday for the first time in a while, and it was actually like the best day of my life.
Was it good?
Well, it's just so nice being able to like eat like little random snacks throughout the day before lunch instead of having to wait all day.
What time is your lunch?
All right, yeah, but
do you have a really early lunch or do you have a really late lunch, Zach?
Well, Sam has the earliest possible lunch, and I have the latest possible lunch.
Mine's the earliest. Mine starts at 10:30.
My school has lunch at the same time. Like everybody has lunch at the same time.
Really? Oh. Your school is that small?
Yeah.
My school has 5
There are
lunches.
like 3 black people in all of my classes.
You shouldn't be advertising that, but whatever.
No, that just shows you like how small of like a percentage there is of people. Like I don't know actually how many people there are, but it like is split up into 2 times, right?
Yeah.
For like first half, which is like 30 minutes, there you can like eat lunch, right? And then the second half, people who didn't eat lunch first half would go into second half, and then people in first half would go off and do something else.
See, Ben, your school is just Wackington like that.
Yeah, I know. When do you start saying Wackington?
It's because of Adric.
It's because of who?
Sam, you know how Adric says like Cliddington City and Clitoris Rex?
Yeah.
So I looked up Clitoris Rex, and apparently Clitoris Rex is an actual song.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to meet the guy who was like, guys, our next single, now hear me out, Clitosaurus Rex.
I know.
Okay.
There's like a song on YouTube called "I Shit My Pants."
Okay. Moving on.
Average YouTube moment.
Sam, every single time we play Fortnite, I hear from Sam's mic like the most NPC YouTube shorts I've ever seen. Like today, it was like, "Are you a magical fairy?" But I wasn't picking the pixie dust or some shit like that, dude. It's actually so tight.
Sam, what the fuck are you watching?
Sam, when you're gonna watch YouTube shorts, at least mute your mic. At least mute your mic.
Do what Ben does.
Jesus. Anyway,
no,
but the amount of
really good about not picking up anything.
The black girls at my school.
You just need it.
Me and Sam are very familiar with the number of black girls in my school, which brings us to a story that we have from a couple of weeks ago.
You can tell this one, Zach. You can tell this one.
I can tell this one.
Yeah, you got it.
So there was this girl. Basically, we congregate at our lunch table in the morning, or like our breakfast table. And our breakfast table is right in front of the ratchet black girl breakfast table. And that's putting it lightly. So it's me, Colin, Caleb, Sam, and then our other associated friends. What are you talking to? Huh? What's wrong with you? I'm in the middle of a podcast right now.
That sounds so good. You should just say, I'm in the middle of talking to friends.
My mom just goes, oh, Lord. Anyway, so where was I? So yeah, the breakfast table is our associated friends, me, Colin, Caleb, Sam, and then everyone else. And so I was facing like away from the black girls, and so was Sam, but he was kind of like sitting sideways to face me, and so was Caleb, so they could both like see behind me, but I couldn't. And Colin was like on the other side of the table, so he could see, but somehow he didn't notice this. Sam was eating like you guys have those things. I know you do because it's like the same district, but those like banana bread things and like that they serve at the lunch.
Those
Like in
things
the
are
morning.
always so ice cold, dude. Those things are always cold.
Sam was eating one of those things, and this girl, one of the black girls, big girl, and I mean a big girl. She walks up behind him, and she like tries to like sit by him, but like and you can hear like
before she sat next to me.
Before she just stares at Sam's banana bread, just stares at it, goes. You know, I really like those. And
those are my favorite.
Those are my favorite. And apparently, I didn't see this, but they enacted it so well that I can imagine it in my mind. Caleb and Sam saw this girl with a just pool of drool coming out of her mouth, puddling on the floor, just going, oh, you know, I really like those. And it was just flowing out.
Do you know The Walking Dead? That she looked like a walker from The Walking Dead.
And then she tries to sit next to Sam.
Bread?
And she was trying to sit next to Sam. And we took a voice. So we take voice memos in the morning. We have the morning podcast. And like, dude, she tries to sit down on the bench, and you can hear it in the recording go.
She's so fat that it like a seesaw whenever she gets on.
You
don't understand. Okay, first we need to get the drool. I mean, she's looking like a zombie from Walking Dead. They walk her. She goes. The drool it's a constant stream. It's not just like drippings of drool. It's a stream of drool from her lips.
It's like a waterfall.
Like a waterfall all the way down to the floor. And I'm not even joking. After she left, there was a whole puddle there.
I saw the puddle. That's why I believed it. I saw the puddle.
We saw the puddle. And like, I can't explain like my level of discomfort staring at that. I was just like, what? What? And then she like sits down next to me, and Zach, you continue, but
doesn't she like start rubbing you?
Yeah, she did. She started pawing at my hands and pawing at the bread.
Dude, what the fuck?
And I was just like ignoring her. She probably was still drooling or something. Dude. And mind you, we don't know this girl
at all.
Over banana bread.
No, yeah, we do not know this girl. We don't know who she is, but she's like an
just
obese
foaming at the mouth for this banana bread. I mean, she cannot get enough.
She is foaming. She sits next to me, starts like rubbing against me and trying to get my banana bread.
You started developing rabies over banana bread, bro.
And I was like, what? Why are you rubbing against me? I just looked at her. I looked at her for like I couldn't hold eye contact with her more than 1 second without like looking away awkwardly.
Yeah.
No, she was looking staring at my banana bread though. And she like eventually got up.
Yeah, she eventually goes away. And weren't all of her friends laughing at her?
Yes, probably. I mean, that was the most like. Actually, the school's not real. Though.
Yeah, no, that's the main interaction that leads me to believe that everyone in my school is an NPC.
Bro, like
they good. They probably are.
Yeah.
Your school sounds a lot more interesting than
no, you would not have wanted that to happen, Ben. Be thankful. You don't understand.
I know, but it's just interesting. Like,
you girls, every single morning, and we don't even know what's going on back there. All here's yeah.
No. You know the boo laughing sound, like the king.
Oh shoot.
right, well, Zach, we've been talking about showers.
Okay. What about showers? What did I miss?
Just cold versus hot.
Cold versus hot. Okay, you guys want my opinion on this?
All right.
What?
My opinion. Cold showers if you're taking it in the morning. Warm if you're taking it at night.
Yeah.
I just take
warm always.
showers.
What?
Nope. Cold wakes you up. Cold wakes you up in the morning, and warm is to get you.
Warm makes you fall asleep, but also I don't give a shit.
I took cold showers for a long time, and I stopped. You know why I stopped? Because it's psychotic, and nobody needs to. If you're gonna take a cold shower, do an ice bath. You get all the benefits of a cold shower, but it's just way better, and there's more purpose to it.
Ice baths are terrible. Ice baths are terrible. I don't like being in a bathtub when it's freezing cold, dude. So, the best thing about a bathtub is being in a warm bath and watching like a show or some shit.
If you want the benefits of a cold shower, just take an ice bath. And if you want to take a shower, take a warm one. Case closed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
Now, that being said, before I took cold showers, I would have the water as high as it could go. And then now, I kind of have it at like 75%.
I don't like putting it as high as it goes because I feel like I'm burning my skin off.
Yeah, no, that's not good for you. Don't do that.
I used to have a shower where I could put it to max temp and it would feel like just like a warm temp. So I would always just put it all the way up.
Sure, it wasn't just like your heater going out?
No, it wasn't that because I've had it's been like that for years.
You have the same shower now?
In the house I had. No, I have a different shower where I have to like put it to like where it marks mild, or it's just so extremely hot in the shower that.
So you probably burned yourself alive when you first moved in.
No. I always check the temperature first with my hand.
That's valid. I always like to be like a natural disaster, like expert. Like I just
why all silent?
That makes absolutely sense.
No, I like to be. Like to be like an adventure. Like I just turn the water on and I jump straight in without knowing what temperature it is.
That is such a.
What?
I hate doing it.
I need to know what I'm stepping into.
Well, no, I still check it before I get in the shower. But what I'll do is I'll turn it on and then I'll run straight in and make sure it gets all over me. And if it's super hot, I'm like ah. And if it's super cold, I'm like ah. And then if it's perfect, I'm like ah. But I immediately run out if it's either the first or second one.
Okay, I just want to know something. Please tell me you guys turn on the water before getting in the shower.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who goes in the shower and then turns the water on?
Me.
What?
I set it to what I think is going to be the right temperature. Get in, turn it on, and if it isn't, I freak out and run out. It's like a game. I don't know.
Normal person activities.
Yeah, I'm so normal, guys. Anyways, do we want to get into the topic of the episode now? Now that we had our small talk and
all right, yeah.
Yeah, what are you playing, by the way, Ben?
Geometry Dash.
Game.
No, not that. We'll talk about that later. I mean, what?
All right, Isaac. What was your?
That'd be a fucking great topic to talk about. Well, I haven't explained it to Ben. I don't know if I ever told Sam. It's about things that turn you off in general, not with boys or with girls. Not because
specifically with girls, but what?
Mostly with girls, but there's also I'm not talking things that turn you off in dating. I'm talking things that just turn you off in general.
Okay, What is something that is an automatic deal breaker for a friend or this should be the podcast topic: Icks and red flags.
Yeah, Icks and red flags.
And that can go deeper into the meaning of a relationship. But okay, I say we go around the table, right? And we all say our number one red flag.
Okay.
With guys or with girls?
Just with any. Well, we'll say
Just-
mostly girls because I have an idea for how we're gonna go into a topic.
Yeah, mostly dating,
Okay.
but you know.
Mostly dating, but like most of the times it goes without saying that like if you you wouldn't be friends with someone who did it too.
Yeah.
There's like a line
Alright.
you just can't cross.
All right, Isaac, I say you go first. We go Isaac, then Zach, and me.
I gotta go. What about Ben?
Ben,
Both together.
Isaac, Zach, and then me. All right. Ben, you go.
No, I don't want to go first, bro. I'm
Zach, you
still
go first.
thinking.
Zach, you go first.
Me, Ben, Isaac, and then Sam. Okay. Really high body count. Like above.
Are we talking
Ooh,
triple
yeah.
digits or are we talking like double digits?
No, above
Triple
like 3.
digits?
Who
Above
the
Yeah,
fuck
above
goes to
3.
triple digits?
Dude, if
Triple
you have
digits-
triple digits, if you have
Some people might have
triple
4
digits,
digits, not gonna lie.
No, yeah,
You
yeah.
are a hoe.
If you have
Some
triple
people might have
digits in
4
the
digits.
that means you've actually been with every dude in the school.
like in freshman year too.
Every dude in the school.
What about
Like-
4 digits?
I say anyone who's
Jeez.
bored.
Then you're Johnny
Anybody
Sins,
with
bro.
Okay, Ben, you go
anybody
now.
with like triple digits. Hold on. Anybody with triple digits has to be like the biggest fucking like prostitute you will
No,
ever see.
you actually are a porn worker. That is your like job for over a
Dude.
decade.
Even double digits is crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
actually,
like-
how unholy do you find your body that you let any man enter it? Like how, and especially in high school, like, how in high school are you gonna have relations with so many boys that it goes above 10, the amount of people you'd had sex with? Like, what?
Well, even dudes too. Like, I'm not gonna be friends with somebody that just like does not value women enough that where they fuck like 80 people.
Recording. No, yeah, it's just like so weird. It's like, why? Like honestly, above like 3 is way too much.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
if it's like 1,
Whatever.
it's like okay, that's fine. 2 is like, oh, that's a lot for freshman year. 3
Yeah.
is like, oh, that's about the limit there. 3 different people, me hopefully not being the 4th,
Yeah, like
and then like 4 people is like, bud, 4 different people before me have
also
entered you.
especially because Sam, it's different for you than it is for like the rest of us. I mean, I'm not sure about Isaac, but I know for me and Ben, and probably Isaac too. Like, I'm not gonna be like I want the person that I lose my virginity to be a virgin themselves. Like, is that a weird? Is that hard of a thing to ask for?
I'd say
Yes,
it's gonna be hard to find that.
if you've already lost it, you don't get to say that. But if you haven't lost it, I completely agree with you. Like, if you haven't lost virginity, that's like that's what I wanted.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. Anyway,
It's like
I
it's gonna
don't
sound
think
bad. It's gonna
that's
sound bad, but it's
possible
like
for me.
relationship is like an exploration. Your first long-term relationship, it's an exploration, and
That's-
going there with
That
someone
is-
who's already been there is just not.
an
Weird.
exploration is a crazy way to put it, but yeah, I agree.
It is. You don't.
He's right about
understand.
it.
I've
He's
been
right
there.
about it.
It is exploration. It's like, and again, and you guys haven't gone through this, but that's why anyone like above 2 is crazy. It's because I'd never do the same things I did again. I'm probably gonna stay at 1 till I'm married.
Yeah.
There's a girl in my
Then I'll
school,
be at
22,
2.
I'm pretty sure, and counting.
What?
No, yeah, that's crazy.
That
That's
is inhuman. That is like
Is that what did he say? 20?
22
22.
22 and
And
counting.
counting.
Holy fuck!
and probably increasing at the moment.
Probably hit 24 over the weekend.
Probably going up as we speak. Yeah.
But you know what I bet?
Hmm.
I bet the age you lose it directly correlates to how much to like the rate of increase that it goes up by.
Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
mean? Like which way? Like more or less, or like less and more?
Like if you lose it at an earlier age, I feel like it's like ingrained into your head more that you keep doing it. Like someone who's not a virgin in junior year, or someone who is a virgin in junior year, is probably going to stay a virgin. But someone who's not a virgin in junior year is probably going to have a lot of sex in senior year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's like
Maybe.
it's like the threshold. Once you've
depends.
done it once, you just keep doing it. Like, and the amount you do it is like. So I'd argue that the girl who lost it at 22 probably, or the one who has 22 bodies probably lost it like at like 7th or 8th grade. I bet. I think that's reasonable
6, I think.
to assume.
6, I think. Maybe
I feel
7.
like I remember
know.
Zach
6th
telling me.
grade?
Okay, yeah, that's actually crazy.
I feel like I remember Zach telling us that about like a girl in his school that had like or double digits.
Oh yeah. Wait, who was that? I don't remember. I remember saying that though.
What about Kenzie Klein? How many do you think she has?
Dude, no, not like probably like 5 maybe. Because
I think we should probably move on from body count.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Ben, you're next.
I think that'd be a good place to stop.
For me, immediately, it's going to be them trying to stop me from hanging out with my friends.
That's yeah.
Controlling, you basically mean? Just controlling in general?
Just stopping me from like having my own time to myself and like stopping me from hanging out with other people.
Well, yeah, because there's a difference between cute clingy and like annoying clingy.
Yeah.
Like where the girl like clingy is good. I feel like clingy is good, but like
sometimes
clingy is bad.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you for a good 2 minutes.
Yeah. But I'm generally going to be okay with them if they just allow me to have my own time.
Well, no, but there's the opposite end of that. That's also bad. It's like anyone who's ever dated Grace, which includes me. It's like when you date her, you don't have a girlfriend. You technically do, but you don't.
Yeah.
Because it's like having a girlfriend that wouldn't care if you were gone.
But you haven't seen of like her and her new boyfriend that I.
Oh no, I have. That's something I was gonna bring up later. I have seen that, and I'm actually really proud of Grace for that. I was gonna talk about how people change.
Okay.
But no.
Yeah.
That's for later.
Yeah.
I agree. Girls who are manipulative and just like try and control you, not good. All right, Isaac, you can go or I can go. I don't care which.
I'll go. Toxic or being rude to their parents and friends.
Oh, dude, like mommy or daddy issues with a girl. Daddy issues with a girl and mommy issues with a guy. That's some of the most immediate red flags you get. Like that's as crystal clear.
And being like really, really toxic.
No, yeah, actually, okay, this is gonna sound bad, but if a dude has beef with his mom, gone, non-validated. Like,
how do you even do that? I'm scared.
How is that possible?
She's in the grave and I'm scared.
Like I understand if it's like your dad and your mom together that are like you have got beef with, but if it's just your mom, like what?
Yeah, I mean,
like she birthed you and raised you. You should not have beef with her.
If you live with a single parent, like if it's only your mom and she's like abusive, then I understand that. But if it's both of your parents and your dad is like I don't know, or if they're both good people, but especially just if it's your mom, I mean like.
Well, I hate like I agree, like when they have mommy issues or daddy issues with people they should not be having issues with at all. It's like I have such bad daddy issues because my dad said I can't have sex this weekend again for the 80th time.
Yeah.
It's like people get like issues like with their parents. Like I hate the idea that you can just not consent to what your parents are doing. It's like, yeah, no, that's not how it works, bud. Most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time they're doing stuff to help you. And when again, like with girls with daddy issues, when they don't get to do whatever horrible behavior they want, then
they say they have daddy issues.
Yeah, they just claim that he's a bad person even though he's protecting her. Like Like, oh my god, my dad needs to actually meet with all the boys I talk to. Oh wow!
Well, they don't exactly know what it's like to be a father of a daughter because it's much different from a father and son than father and daughter.
Yeah.
That's why you see a lot of. It's weird that a lot of divorces, a daughter will go with the mother, or sometimes the father.
I feel like obviously men with men with mommy issues and girls with daddy issues are like the ones that are like the most concerning, right? But I feel like on the other end of that too, you could get into like how normalized it is for girls to have like mommy issues and how normalized it is for dudes to have like daddy issues and how people don't really like see that as that big of a deal because they're like the same, gender, so they're gonna have like beef with each other at some point. But
Like,
yeah, no, it has its effect too.
kind of depends.
It depends on the situation, yeah. But,
How you, Sam? You go. All right.
I think mine, I would say for sure, is like when they're like specifically like when they like okay. I just saw. I keep seeing this video and it reminds me of it. It's like when it's like when someone makes fun of your clothes, sad, like, and he's like, this dude sad, or like this dude like fine, and then there's like a bunch of these things, and then it's like it like cuts, and it's like when you see the girls making fun of the autistic kid and him taking, or when you see the girls flirting with the autistic kid, making fun of him, and he takes it seriously.
yeah,
It's like I feel like that's like the worst thing. It's like when girls will just like
make fun of
make
the
fun, like
vulnerable dudes. Yeah,
make fun of vulnerable dudes. Like I will never date someone who like okay, this is gonna sound bad, but I understand like laughing at autistic kids sometimes.
For like a second or so, but you
okay.
eventually like stop.
Out
No,
of context, that's a little crazy, but yeah, I know. I see what you mean.
no, like the annoying autistic kid that you're like, oh, that dude's fucking stupid. But no, when you like fucking flirt with him and he's like, yeah, and they're like giving him false hope, like that's, or like really what that also means is like any girl that leads boys on, like who treats relationships as a game,
Dude, yeah.
instant red flag, bro.
And girls that are just
I like playing.
like
And that's all the girls.
treat relationships like it's literally like a scoreboard. Like I'm at 8, you're at 9. I gotta catch up. Like that's just
I gotta catch up, and then I'm
that's
like,
so
or like,
dehumanizing. It's
or
terrible.
they'll break up with like, and that's just the thing. That's the underlying point of my red flag, and that's what I was getting to is this, like girls that just don't see their boyfriend as a real person. They just see him as like a little game they can play.
Yeah.
It's like, I got bored. I'll go like you do this side quest and get a boyfriend,
Exactly.
and I'll leave him whenever it's convenient. I'll cheat on him. Hell, I don't care.
They treat him like a tool for bragging rights.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's
with
like
their
it's like it's
friend
like a
group. It's like, look at
scoreboard.
my boyfriend. He's so hot. Do you even know like his mom's name?
Do you even know his
Or,
last
like,
name?
Yeah. Do you know his mom's name? No.
Sam, I want you to know. Didn't know your last name when you like days after you guys were together. I asked her if she knew it, and she couldn't tell me what it was.
I knew her last name. I
Also,
knew her mom's.
that reminds me of something that I want to talk about, and this can be like the
Okay,
thing that
wait, Zach.
we
Let
move on
me
from
say this
but
thing about
Okay.
So I don't think exactly know.
All right. But basically, with what I was saying, like the person who made the YouTube video on male loneliness was had to make a 20-minute video of just Twitter comments and stuff like that, talking about the video and how it's bad. 20 minutes of just people being so utterly heartless to actual fucking human beings on this world and calling them a different species and saying that they do not deserve happiness.
That's the illusion
because they
people.
are.
That's people thinking they have the right to say things because they're just behind a screen. It's terrible.
Yeah,
it is terrible.
Like, when the fuck did we start regressing backwards? Like, there was back in the 1960s civil rights movements. Oh yeah, like racism is basically solved, kinda. People have equal rights now, and then suddenly, oh, we're back to square one. Now it's between genders.
Yeah. No, it's between. Yeah, then we got even more specific. We're like, the race war? No. I mean, that's something we can get into a later time because, Sam, you know about the argument with Colin and Caleb about black people are superior and whatever.
Dude, it's actually gotten to the point where it's like people just the facts don't matter anymore. Like, or like it's like so PC that it's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I never understood? Like the retribution thing. Have you heard the retribution claim that a lot of black people stand with?
Nope.
Black people should get a stimulus check because of what their ancestors went through with racism.
That's not how.
And slavery. And I was just like, bud, I have never had the thought that black people were less people than me. Why am I paying black people for a thought that I didn't have?
My grandpa died in World War II, so the German people should give me $100 per day. Like, what?
Awesome.
Like, what the fuck?
Yep, makes sense to me.
You didn't go through that. Your ancestors did.
Okay, so
your ancestors did, and also white people went through way worse stuff than black people.
What's happening is people are like blaming an entire group of people who had nothing to do with it, like for problems that happened in the past.
Look,
just because
my ancestors
like
might have been
racism,
slave
sexism.
Owners. My ancestors might have been slave owners. I'm not. Some black dude, his ancestors might have been slaves. He's not. Who cares? Why are we still talking about it?
Like, everybody has fucking equal rights. That's what we should push for. Not having bringing up a race over another just because of the treatment that one race did to the other. It doesn't make fucking sense.
Okay, first off, black people got treated only like slavery for 300 something years, not even maybe 1,000. Think of what white people went through. Fucking 50 pandemics. And technically slavery, it wasn't really black people, it was always white people. Millions of them died, no one cares about that. Like, hell, there can be a war in China, no one will care. The fuck? Yeah. It's all white people on white people on white people on white people on white people. 40 million of them died. 3 Kingdoms War. No one gives a shit about it. No one gives a shit.
Okay.
But as soon as, 2 black people got shot, oh my god, they're so racist, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't make sense. It's like, if you are gonna put them on an equal pedestal, at least like look at the background, because yes, it's bad on both sides, but also everything can just be.
To be fair, I mean the problem is in America, and slavery was in America like 200 years ago, and like the Black Death was in Europe,
even though it was literally everywhere else.
Everywhere.
Yeah, true. Like there's so many countries that stopped slavery after we did, like way after we did.
Yeah, I think one of the only countries that like actually didn't have like slavery or just immense amounts of like segregation was Haiti, and the reason why was because the slaves like overthrew their owners.
That was the first slave-free, and that's because the slaves like revolted and became the country.
Yeah,
exactly. Like
in some African countries, let go slavery in 1990.
But
and
like,
no one talks about that because it's black on black. But if it's white on black, then it's racist. There you go.
We're just
like.
Oh,
I mean, about... yes. I mean, Isaac. That's exact. You're right. I mean, it's right. I mean, if it's black on black, it's not racist, and it's white on black, and they're enslaving black people because they're black. Then yeah, that is racist.
Oh yeah. Also, people saying black being like mean to whites because they're whites aren't racist are fucking wrong.
I mean, like, if you really just like how hard is it to understand that race is just not a thing that matters between people?
And I agree, and I think that should be
the
closing statement of this topic.
Yeah, I think we should get off of this.
Before we actually get canceled.
I'm just gonna finish this topic off with one thing.
Okay.
We're all fucking human beings, right? Let's just ignore the fact that let's just like have equal things, right? And I'm saying this before, racism will forever be a thing because everybody is at least a little racist.
No, that's where you're done. That's where you're done.
No, everybody has stereotypes. Everybody just thinks in their mind about at least one racist thought.
Well, yes, but as long as that's still an ideology, racism will be a thing. So we probably should try to get away from that.
It won't.
Yes, we want to like push away from that, but the thing is, we just need to have equal things.
Yes,
equality. Let's just try and focus on the bigger picture of our world actually fucking dying. How about that?
The world's fine.
That's where I'm. That's where I'm gonna end that off.
Okay. Well, anyway. Back on the topic. So I have three kind of things I've written down here. So the first one is I wrote this down in my notes app the other day, because it was just something I was thinking about in the middle of school. So basically, I said I understand like the masculine urge to want to date a girl just for her body, and you can do what you want with her life or with your life, and then she's just gonna support you because she doesn't know what it is, and she's just an NPC that like follows you around like a video game, and doesn't really know anything about what you're doing, and is just like there for you to fuck when you want. But I feel like at this age, it's more important to find someone with the same interests and the same like relative intelligence as you, so you can help each other become.
The fact that people wouldn't agree with what you're saying right now is crazy, though.
I know. It's more important for people to find people with the same interests, relative intelligence, so you can help each other become better people, and not necessarily like avoid all that like lovey-dovey shit. But you'll just do it less often because you'll be.
Well, that's. I have a personal story about this. This girl was the perfect girl, okay? And I stopped talking to her because my friends convinced me that she wasn't pretty enough. Not you, Zach. You weren't one of those people. It was Daniel Presley and just a lot of people that I thought they were just like, yeah, no, she's ugly. And I didn't have the courage to say I don't care. I don't care that like I don't think she's ugly. I don't care if you think she's ugly. I don't care if she is ugly. Yeah. She's a good girl. She's good. I just come to the point. I don't care what they look like anymore. They just need to fit like a couple of requirements, and then all the rest of it is personality. Like the physical requirements for me is that they're like
not super obese. Yeah, like that's about it. I don't know.
Like I don't want that girl. I just want a girl that's
healthy.
Yeah, I want a girl that's healthy. Like it's not about it's not that she looks healthy. It's that she like is healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want a girl who will do stuff with me. And like it's just like I don't want a girl just be there whenever I want a communal fleshlight.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, literally.
Explain it.
I mean, I even talk about this in a song. I'm like, if I ever feel like I'm going into a relationship because of lust, I'm just going to go home and jerk off and then think about it and be like, how do I feel about this now?
Reasonable.
But no, but the ending statements I had to this were basically like you don't avoid having sex with them. It's like, I mean, I don't know, like it depends on the relationship, but it's not like you don't cuddle with them or you don't kiss them and you don't have moments like that. But it's more rewarding because it's not the entire relationship, and it'll be more rewarding also because you both recognize the emotional connection that you have because you've built it up doing things together instead of like just going straight into like, oh my god. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think you needed to add sound effects to that one.
Yeah. That's getting cut out of the podcast, but you guys get the point.
I understand. Yeah, get it. But also, you really don't know until you've had your first relationship how a relationship's gonna go. Like you generally just don't know.
I believe
the
you.
First one, you kind of build on your first one, and you just learn stuff. For your second, third, fourth, 15th, I don't fucking know.
Too bad that's never gonna happen for me.
Oh, shut up, Ben.
Fuck yourself. It's not happening.
There's a reason it's not happening, but I'm not gonna say it.
Say it.
I'm not.
Be 100% honest with me, Isaac.
Because you're not attracted to people, dumbass. Jesus.
That is also a good point.
Whoa.
Sam, what do you think about this?
I don't have any input.
Okay.
He doesn't have. That's why he's quiet.
Me? Well, I believe you, Isaac. I agree with you. Building on your first relationship. And all the relationships I've almost went into, okay, I mean, to be fair, I just fumbled some of them. But, like...
You absolutely did.
To be completely fair, like, a lot of things I could have tried to do, I realized, like, oh, this is going to be my first one. I'm going to be building off of this one. And, oh, I don't really want to build off of this one. I kind of want the first one to be more special than this.
Not just some fling, yeah.
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 Like, because if you really just want to have sex with somebody, that's why you go to a party. That's what, like, college parties are for. Like, if that's really your only goal.
Or high school parties.
I don't know. I've never been to one of those parties like that. They've happened. There were a couple like this year, like during homecoming, but there hasn't really been that many.
There's not been that many that I wanted to go to.
Exactly, yeah, because they were all just like, those
older, I guess.
Those type of kids.
I probably wouldn't go to a party like that until I get into like college.
I wouldn't want to go to a party where the whole thing's just going to turn to everyone being naked and drunk.
Yeah,
and me not being able to breathe actual fucking air because the amount of Julius Caesars in there. Seriously, it's fucking insane.
Did you just call someone's house? A Julius Caesar?
Yeah, I'm calling it a Julius
That
Caesar.
Is fucking awesome, dude.
That's amazing. I'm using that one.
Julius Caesar.
Like, respectfully, I'm stealing that.
Don't ask for.
Oh, dude.
That's so true. The worst part is it's true.
Julius Caesar.
I'm confused.
People do in my school whenever like the cops catch them. They always say it like that, so they don't. So it's technically not like wrong, but it's technically wrong. Kind of a code name, yeah, so they don't get in trouble. Even when they do get caught, because sometimes they do get caught. And
all the kids that do that stuff in my school don't even use code names. They just do it. They don't even give a shit.
No one gives. This school doesn't either.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, every single morning when you walk upstairs, that upstairs bathroom right like above the cafeteria. I didn't know Snoop Dogg was coming to our school.
Dude, it's like 10 Snoop Dogs. It's 10 Snoop Dogs worth. You go up there and it's like, okay, I don't know what video game this is from, but there's a video game where you freaking cough to death. I think it's like Red Dead Redemption 2, like Arthur coughing. It's actually it's like
terrible.
Yeah.
It's like It actually feels like someone put phosphine gas and mustard gas together in the bathroom. Like someone created mustard gas and is now making us all choke to death with chemical warfare.
Yeah, it's terrible. Also, one of my friends, while trying to take a shit, literally had people who vaped shut the lights off on him while trying to take a shit.
The amount of times I've walked in the bathroom and someone came out of the bathroom puffing smoke and looking at me, asking me if I wanted a hit was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, are you not scared that I would be like, no, and I'm also telling the principal that what you are doing?
Exactly.
They're not good. Trust me.
Dude, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
I think I'd only tell the principal if someone was vaping if I actually cared about them.
Yeah. No, but I don't even walk in on people vaping. I walk in on drug deals. Like, I'll walk in the bathroom. Two dudes will come out of the same stall. One of them will be putting something in their backpack, and the other one will be holding a fat stack of cash. And they just look at me.
I've seen that too.
There's been a couple times where I looked at them. I was like, I ain't gonna say anything. Dude,
well, exactly.
Crazy.
I wouldn't say anything. Zach, I want you to know if you start doing drugs, I'd tell you, I'd make you stop, and if you didn't stop, I'd tell the facility. I'd make them make you stop.
I want you to.
Like, I don't care if I have to get the principal involved. I know you're better than that, and I'm not letting you do it.
It's just ridiculous, man. It's so terrible. Like, at least a third of the kids in my school vape. Like, actually, like a third.
Yeah. I would never want to like even have close proximity to doing drugs. Like,
I mean, I have a lot of friends that do that stuff, but like, I don't know, not a lot. Just basically everyone that's affiliated with Mason that I'm friends with. Like, everyone else, I don't know. It's clean. It's all band kids.
Band kids.
This guy was definitely on something.
The first day of school, the lunchroom bathroom stunk of weed, bro.
Isaac, why are you like 20 feet away from your phone?
Yeah, I had a headphone in, and I'm just walking in the basement.
Okay. Well.
All right.
What other thing I wanted to talk about? I hate, and you guys can help me expand on this, alpha male influencers. I hate them. I hate the idea of it. And
so do I.
I don't mind some of the things that they say, because some of the things that they say are correct. But the philosophy
is people like, follow them.
It's like this. It's like the idea of like. Let me pull the image up. It's like the Chinese Bible in one ear, and then the 2 times Mozart, and there's like a Jack dude. Like, it's so stupid, man. Like, maximizing efficiency, and then like the mewing thing. Like, it's a meme, but there's so many like people like our age, like impressionable, like 16-year-olds and stuff that are like subscribed to that ideology, and I hate it. It's just so dumb.
Yeah.
It's like people need to realize that being.
It's like, you know how the ideology of girls slutting themselves out? It's like the dude version of that.
And the dude version of that most of the times talks about taking advantage of those girls anyways. Like all those alpha male dudes have like 10 girlfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they treat women like lesser people as well.
Like, I saw an
It's like, yes. Women are lesser. See, here's my ideology. Yeah, a lot of women are lesser people than me, but it's not because they're women, it's because their bodies are communal fleshlights. They're getting passed around like a bong.
If you treat like an entire gender as lesser people just because of their gender, I fucking hate you.
Well, I mean, it's inherently wrong, and it's a problem to like. Here, am I still hooked?
Sam, you're like going through a wormhole right now.
Yeah. Also, the whole it's not really the people who's bad; it's the people who follow them that's bad because they just take it and twist it.
Yeah.
Because what people like Andrew Tate and they're telling you, be fit, work hard, be rich, and that's how you succeed. And they take it and they're like, oh yes, beat women and
yes, traditional masculinity. Women belong in the kitchen.
But that's what they say. That's the thing. A lot of alpha males actually just say that. Like they say they hate women.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Specifically talking about Andrew Tate, a lot of this stuff he says is like a joke. But a lot of it isn't too. And I think there's this guy on YouTube Shorts that a lot of people, YouTube Shorts, that a lot of people like look up to because he has a lot of followers. And basically he has a lot of like differing opinions. Like he says, like he's had videos talking about how he loves like some of the stuff Andrew Tate said, and then he has a video recently like Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, like if you guys didn't know that recently, like they got charged again. They're being discharged from Romania and they're forced to come back to the UK because of the sexual assault charges. And he was like, based on somebody that previously has had a course on teaching women how to exploit themselves online, do you think that A, it's more plausible that the Matrix set this all up, or B, that somebody with a sexual assault background and teaching women how to sell themselves online might have done something like this?
And also the programs at Coastal University is all just weird.
Good question. What about them?
I wonder what the obvious answer is.
Yeah,
the fact that he blames everything on the Matrix is great. Also,
no, he said like he said if you're an Andrew Tate fan, and this actually put it like a lot of it into perspective, and this goes for a lot of other like Alex Jones, like all those other same type of peoples. Either there was two possibilities, right? And it's the same explanation for both of them. Either Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate got out of jail free and no charges because of course they did. The whole thing was set up by the Matrix. Or either they get put in jail and they're like sentenced to life in jail because of their like heinous crimes, and of course they are because the Matrix is setting them up. Like,
duh.
Either way, you're just gonna blame it on the Matrix.
There's definitely probably a control between government and certain things. Like,
what even is the Matrix, bro?
Like, just basically government.
Because that's the thing, right? It's like those type of people. I don't like. I believe that the government's doing stuff like that. Like to an extent, I believe that it's like corrupt and controlled.
I believe it, just not them.
Yeah, like they just blow it out of proportion and make it seem like they control everything, and they don't control everything. But if you don't believe, it's either you believe they control everything, or you believe they control nothing. And there's no just accepting that they control some things and not other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I have one more
thing. Isn't the
Matrix
just us living in a simulation?
No, well, that's what the movie's about. The Matrix, like as it's used in like Andrew Tate and stuff, is basically like the government silencing people that say stuff that like bad about the government that they don't like.
Which they 100% have done before, and it's not.
Which happens.
They 100% have done before.
Yeah, but they don't do in every single circumstance.
I talked about this story like before. Like there was a guy that Moist Critical talked about where he had his house firebombed twice just because of a video he made on the government.
Yeah, and that's terrible. But they do good things too. Like there's nuance to everything. It's like nowadays that's a problem with modern society too that I kind of want to talk about. Is just like either you believe that something is utterly and completely terrible and every aspect of it is bad, or you love it and worship it with your life. It doesn't have to be that way. That's why I like Anti-Prophet, is because he's like allows himself to have differing opinions on things.
Yeah, the only problem with him is he just
contradicts himself and says some kind of outlandish stuff sometimes.
Yeah, it's like
I need you guys to give me an example.
I don't know. I can't remember. Sam, do you remember any of his videos specifically?
No.
What are you guys talking about even?
It's a guy on YouTube Shorts.
Anti-Prophet.
Anti-Prophet. He wears like a black and white like checkered mask. Conceals his face.
I have no fucking clue what you're talking about. Sure.
And like
the fact that he has to conceal his face for his safety while he's saying the most basic things is just crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
some people just
I was just about to say something about that though.
Online.
Yeah.
Or maybe just he's butt ugly and doesn't want to
Maybe he's just ugly. No, but this is an example of like modern like culture online and stuff. Is like, either there's like two takes you can have on that nowadays that people will accept. There's a take that he wears that mask because he's saying like things that are horrible and like he doesn't want people to know who he really is, or he's just doing it because other people are outlandish and he's trying to protect his own like identity.
Or maybe he's wearing a mask because he's known for wearing the mask. It could be that.
That's what the mask is. That's sorry.
Yeah, but has he ever shown his face?
So done.
Yeah, you're right. I'm mad.
Sometimes the mask can just be a trademark, though.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
One thing it looks good on people.
Dream's case, the mask.
Not always.
Okay, well, we've kind of gone off the subject of dating. We talked about it a lot, and then we talked about like societal issues. But Sam, at the beginning, I remember one of the things you said is you wanted to talk about the meaning of relationships.
Yeah, there's some questions in ELA about Romeo and Juliet, and it's that what is love? What measures love? And at what point in life can you feel true love? And here's my answer to this question. Love? I do not feel like love is a feeling. I would say infatuation is a feeling. Lust is a feeling. But hear me out. Love is not a feeling you have. It's an attribute you assign people based on how much you would do for them. You love someone a lot, you do anything for them. You don't love someone, you wouldn't do anything for them. Sometimes you might, and if you like especially didn't love someone, like you hated someone, like it's on a spectrum of love to hate. Hate being you would do stuff to make their life worse, or you would like do negative stuff for them, and then love being you would do stuff for them. Like Zach, I'd do anything for you, but
jump off a bridge.
No, I would not jump off a bridge for him. I don't love him that much.
But again,
but it's like love for girls is simply just. That's why I feel like love has a part in a relationship, but love and in a like romantic relationship are not the same. Like love is a thing you can have for anyone.
Yeah.
But then like a relationship is built off of the love for someone, but it also has to do with infatuation of a woman, like how much you find her attractive, either like her physical or mental attributes. Those play a part.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a romantic and like fuck, I forgot the other one, but it's basically like fuck.
There's like a parent slash like I guess brother love, and then there's like a romantic love. And that's why it seems weird for like. That's why it probably seems weird for us to be like gay couples love each other because it seems more like a partner love than it seems like romantic love. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just.
That's how you see it.
Yeah, I mean, like I love all you guys, but I'm not like quadruple gay. Like, what, you know?
It's okay. Here's like two different types of loves in a relationship, like that's are just like based off of I don't know, based off of something, but like romantic and sexual attractions. Those are like the two ones.
Yeah.
And everybody has like a different amount of those two.
What? What about it? It's wet.
Like example, some people feel like no romantic attraction, but feel a lot of like
sexual attraction.
Sexual attraction, yep. And some people just feel a lot of romantic attraction and no sexual attraction. That's it.
I used to be both of those, but and this is terrible. But I've through certain things, I've become so numb to the sexual attraction that I just don't care about it anymore.
You always care about it because your mind's always gonna care about it.
This still has to be like discovered for me, but I don't think I feel romantic attraction.
You just haven't found
the right anybody. You probably just don't know.
No, because like
everybody does a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. So Sam,
makes things really difficult.
Basically, Sam just talked about his ex and how, I don't know. You can explain better than I can without saying anybody in specific, but
well, this girl, we dated, broke up. We were friends after we broke up. She cheated on my best friend. You know, I started not liking her before that, but then she cheated on my best friend, and I told them about it, so I chose my best friend over her. She got pretty mad about that. We've been at beef ever since. She's been a relatively bad person through that time.
Yeah.
And I've said what I needed to say about her to different people that she's heard about. But me and her recently, I mean, even when I didn't like her, I was still nice to her.
Yeah.
Because, that's another thing.
Well, I saw it, at the games, me with the games, I didn't really know her, any of them yet, and then, she was just, there, and it's not like she was, yelling at you or anything, but, she was just, wasn't very happy.
Well, yeah, and it's just this. It's like we had beef for a long time, but I think she still has beef with me. I still have beef with her. I wouldn't talk to her, but she changed, and I guess I changed too a little bit. But she had a more drastic change. I mean, she was a pretty bad person. Me and Zach, you can tell, she wouldn't even look her boyfriend. She was basically playing the boyfriends for the points too.
Yeah,
she just wanted validate
thing with. I just feel bad about that.
Yeah.
Which, I don't.
And
with him and his new girlfriend too. I don't know what that's on because she's at
I know about that. It's not good.
Yeah,
Didn't want to sit with her.
Oh.
I was like, oh, dang! They wouldn't even ride the same bus.
So what's happening? Are they still dating?
Yeah.
It's so weird, dude. That's just so it's just the textbook definition of is the guy that thinks he's cool because of that is trying to act like it, and he's just not being himself, but he still wants to say that he's dating her. It's so, and then oh god, it's just I don't know.
He's definitely embarrassed to be dating her.
Yeah.
Yes.
But basically, the moral of the story is people can change.
People always change after.
And some people don't. And some people just don't. Some people just don't change. But some people do.
Most people do.
Yeah, that is true. Some people don't. There's my grandma said this to me and it really resonated. It was like sometimes you can't fix crazy. Sometimes people just are crazy and you can never make them not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just can't. And sometimes you just can't.
I think the entire message of this podcast that you probably take away from it would be people can change and that people need to change and just sometimes you can't fix it.
If we're going to talk about anyone changing, I mean, I don't like to think of myself as a narcissist, but look, I have changed a lot. A lot. I'm a completely different person from who I was in 8th grade. And Sam, you didn't really know me at that time.
Yeah.
You only started seeing me during the summer.
True.
And
weird, yeah.
It's a weird part of my life, right? Looking back on it, but I think Sam, probably for you too. I mean, I know we both hated it a lot, but there was good times of football. It changed me for the better. It changed me for the better. In all because the people there were douchebags, obviously, and it was not fun going there every single day of every single week. But I don't know, the teamwork and like the bond that I had with everyone because of that, like even like the fact that we like they all hated us because we were not like them, and then the brotherhood that we had like by the end of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just goes to show that people are different
And,
until they
also
go
the
through
fact
things
that we
together.
worked so hard for it and got in was cool too.
Yeah, like the fact that I had to talk to my like half brother I hadn't talked to in like months before that, and got him to like pay the fine for me, and then I talked to like the supervisor for the activities and got him to like set back the deadline for signing up.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna explain a few things based off of like us changing. The two people that have like really led to me changing as a person is my dad and Zach.
Oh,
Now, and the reason for Zach was because Zach, you remember the Friends, right? Friends Part 2.
yeah.
Yeah. During like me and Phil or me and Phil got into like a massive argument over some petty shit, and then just during the end of it, you told me I was annoying, and you told me the reason why, and it was because I kept on complaining about things nobody really cared about, and I stopped
Dang,
complaining about shit.
That's crazy. I don't know if that's a good thing, but okay.
I can tell. I tend to be a little brutally honest if I feel like it's important.
Yeah, that just like, and then my dad, because like when soccer season started, I started like being really hard on like the people on my team, because I was like the oldest one in the team, and everybody else was like new team members. And he helped me just be a little bit nicer to them, or a lot nicer.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's good change. That's good change.
Yes.
I'm happy to know that me saying
Right,
that
anyway.
did more harm than, or did like more good than it did harm, because some of the things I say I could tell leave a lasting impact. That isn't necessarily a good thing, but I just take chances.
Another thing too is said, lasting impact.
I don't know, just complaining about shit all the time is annoying.
Yeah, I mean, you did do that, and I can say that you stopped doing that. So
At least
I do
stop
believe.
showing it.
No, I don't think Ben. Ben, you don't act like that anymore. That's just maturing, anyways. I mean, we've all matured.
Yeah, but you were kind of you were kind of the reason for it.
Well, I'm happy to hear that, Sam. Sam, how have you grown? I'm putting you on the spot.
I don't really know, man. Well, I think I've grown in a way that maybe is not good. It's not good and it's not bad.
Okay.
I've decided, and this is gonna sound emo, it's not gonna sound good, it's gonna sound like I'm a bad person, but I've decided that no one is ever gonna hurt me or my friends, especially my friends, ever again. I'm never gonna let it happen. And I'll use as much force as necessary. As much force as necessary to make sure that my friends are never hurt ever. Ever. Like I just want it known that if anyone ever says something bad about one of my friends, they're gonna find their head in the garbage bin a couple days later. It's gonna happen. No one's ever gonna ever hurt anyone I'm close to. It's not gonna happen. It's just not going to.
I can attest to that based on your
or me.
I wish it worked like that.
And it's like I've trained my knuckles. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid anymore. That's how I've grown. I'm not afraid anymore. I don't care. I just don't care. I'll do what it takes, and and that's the other thing I've grown in. I try to be the best person I can be.
Yeah.
I'm consistently nice to everyone because that's what you should be doing. I want the change to happen in the world, and I'm deciding to be that change, but just,
Yeah. Being that change on your, like making sure life is better for the people around you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that. And I can attest to that too.
All right.
I mean, the amount of people you've talked about jumping after stuff is happening that I would have joined you on. But
no, like so the problem is so many people needed to get jumped, and I'm sorry we didn't, because the fact that and it's gonna sound bad, right? But we're kind of like the U.S. in the world. We're the like me as in Uzak, we would be the U.S. of the friend group, the police force. Like maybe it's not the good thing to jump him, but imagine how much better it would have been. Him not cuddling every day.
Justice would have been served.
Exact justice. And when it comes down to it, bad things have consequences. And when the consequences aren't natural, I'll be the consequence.
Well, I agree. But also, another thing I want to say, the way I have changed is I've been like this for a while, and I've only really like executed it recently. And like Sam said, maybe this is like emo. Maybe I shouldn't think this way. It make me seem like I don't know, bad. But the past is the past, and once something happens, literally the next day, I let go of it. I let go of it. I don't care. I don't think about the consequences, and I don't think about what's happened. I just live in the right now.
The one thing you cannot
That's
say that
I
about
don't
is
I
death.
don't think I could follow that at my school, but that is like a really good like thing to follow or go by.
Okay, so what I mean by
can't
that,
do that after is
Isaac, what are you saying?
death. One thing you can't do that after is death. Like death is just one thing you can't really like not think about afterwards.
Well,
like,
yeah.
Even when you're at a funeral, you still think about it. When you're after the funeral, you still think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
I know. I mean,
Could take
obviously,
a
there's
year.
some
Could take
things
6
like
months.
that.
Could take everything.
But I mean, like another good like counter example of that is like my own death. I don't know when my own death is going to happen. It could be right now. There could be some like turmoil or tension between two countries we don't even know about, and we could get nuked right now, and we could all just die in the snap of our fingers. So
literally anything could happen to kill us at any time.
Anything, anytime. There could be a meteorite that falls out of the sky and breaks my entire town right now and blows everything up, and it's a 6-mile crater. That could just happen.
Like the meteor travels so fast that nobody can detect it, and it just crashes into us. Like
or we just get smited
by a Zeus thunderbolt.
We get smited. Just disease happens. Apocalypse happens. Like anything.
Which is why there's two philosophies you can take, and there's downsides and upsides, and I think one has more upsides than the other. And I used to think.
Do you want to know something? If gravity in the universe was slightly different, we would die. Like even a very, very small slight difference, the universe would like start separating itself. And if it was if there was slightly more gravity, then the universe would pull itself into itself. Like it would implode.
Yeah.
Which is why
that balance is just randomly broken one day.
Well, I mean, there's no way that could like realistically happen. But the way I feel about it is, why not just be thankful for what we have instead of thinking about what we don't? If life is that precious.
Yeah.
I strive for what is rational and what is realistic, but I don't feel bad about not having it. I feel good about doing the work to get to it.
I strive to have meaning in my life.
Damn.
Anyway.
I strive to
Just
feel
drops
something
the deepest
again.
shit.
I haven't felt anything since grade 4.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh boy.
Just casually like drops the deepest line.
I don't.
No,
It's
but
just the awkward.
okay.
I do not want to go back.
There's
to
two
that.
philosophies. What I was saying a second ago. There's two philosophies. Either you can live your life. I'm completely blanking. What the fuck? Hold on. Let me. I have this tendency to start sentences without any intention or like backing to what it's gonna mean.
Best.
I guess what I'm trying to say is there's two philosophies. Is either like life is meaningless, or you find meaning in the stuff that you're doing in life. And if you find meaning in the stuff that you're doing in life, then it inherently has a purpose. And if you believe it doesn't have any meaning, then your life is just gonna suck. So even if it doesn't, you might as well believe it does. Because here's my thing. To give a little Sam anecdote, here's my thing. I believe that your life all life is, because think about it, if you're blind you can't see anything, and that is like a huge portion of how we perceive the world. If we just didn't have eyeballs, think about how differently life would be. So the idea that what you believe in can't perceive how you live is insane, because life is inherently just our perception of what's going on around us. If there was a little bit less light in the sun, we would perceive colors completely differently. Like all that the world is and all that our lives are is just our perception of what's going on. So if you don't believe that forcing yourself to change your perception will change how you live, then you just aren't mature enough to understand life.
Has it ever crossed you though that you can't change how you perceive life? Or let me rephrase this. You can't change it. You can't change it on the moment. You can't just change how you feel. You have to work towards changing it. You have to. You can't just like be like, "Oh, I think this now."
I know.
Here is just.
And there's some people that aren't fortunate enough, and there's some people. This is what I mean by this, though. Is there's some people that aren't fortunate enough to be able to just change their perceptions, but there's a lot of people that can and choose to have a negative one. If you can choose, if you are in the situation where you can just choose to have a good perception on life, why wouldn't you?
I don't know. That's a good fucking question.
I think one thing for me is I have like two things, and one is the universe. Everything in the universe hangs in an entire balance. Everything in it like balances out each other. And I'm not really going to go into a deep dive of that, but the second one is basically everything has a meaning to it, and that meaning is
my dad's
only
yelling at me. I
perceived
gotta
by
go.
what you see.
Shoot.
Yeah.
See ya, Sam. But
Even
if you perceive something as a really small amount of meaning, it still has meaning to it.
Yeah. Some things have more meaning than others, right? So, yeah, yes. I agree with you, but you cannot say what does and doesn't have more meaning than other things. That's why it's ridiculous when somebody sells like air to someone else for $2 million and says like it's the art of nothing. Like,
yeah, like
there's some things that have inherent value.
In reality.
Yeah,
it's just what it is.
Everything has meaning to it, but that just depends on what its purpose is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some things have more meaning than others.
And just because you believe, you can't believe that you have like a purpose that you can like see. You don't have a purpose that you know. You will never know your purpose in life. You just have to keep living and
believe that you do.
go along.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good way to put it into words.
Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm probably gonna hop off the podcast as well.
So basically, we've went from icks of dating to the meaning of life. That was a gradual progression.
This podcast kind of jumped between those two things.
That's why it's called intermachinations. You understand a lot more about our intermachinations.
Really changed it a lot.
Yeah, having Sam on the podcast made a couple of differences.
Yeah, our topics switched so much that it all made sense.
Yeah, it all made sense.
It also felt like that
but we went from dating to our
Ben wouldn't know.
Yeah, well,
we went from dating to our political views, stuff like that, within minutes.
Yeah.
Well, with other topics, me and Sam wouldn't have as many just us things. I mean, it's just dating that we have a lot of history with people that we know. So
one guy has a lot of history. The other.
Okay, buddy.
Okay.
Well, anyway,
if you want to know about that, go listen to my emo music from November. You want to see how I've changed? You want to see how I've changed? You got to listen to how I'm talking in this podcast.
Zach, you're breaking your own rules. We don't advertise our other stuff here.
Oh, is that a rule?
You made it that way.
Did he?
Is that a rule?
Yeah, during the first episode, I tried to plug my channel, and he said, no, we don't do that.
Oh, well, really? You know what? I don't think I wanted it to be attached to us, but now the podcast is in a less vulnerable state. So, yeah, no, go check out all our YouTubes. Ben is Drowsiest Card 1. I'm Zsor. I'm Zsor. I'm Van Lab 2. Go listen to my music. I'll upload it to YouTube and Spotify at some point.
All right, that's about it.
Yeah, well, a little plug. And the channel, Intermachinations, and this will probably be uploaded to because I'm going to start doing that as well.
Every 2.5 centuries, maybe.
Yeah, and we're also going to make, at some point, we're going to make videos for that. So, look out for that.
Maybe have someone
animations?
else besides Sam.
Oh, dude, podcast animations for stories? That would be so funny. That's actually a lit idea.
That guess what I got that from?
Destructible.
Yep.
But
wow, we made that podcast way too much.
Yeah.
It's actually, that's because they do it so well.
Yeah, they have an amazing podcast.
Yeah, and then they also put it into animations made by people.
Made by
who yeah, and then it's put onto their channel.
Anyway, so we're gonna be making YouTube content for Intermachinations at some point, and hopefully music too. I want to make music with you guys, and hopefully sometime.
We should eventually just have a live podcast.
Have a live podcast. Well, so the goal is I'm gonna be just to put it on the record now, so people can listen to this when I'm inevitably famous in 10 years and look back on this. My goal at the current moment is to keep working on the music album that I'm making and switch to weekly uploads on YouTube. So instead of just uploading completely random stuff whenever I think about it, I'm gonna make a list of all the completely random stuff, and then I can pick something out of the hat one day, and I'm gonna have weekly uploads, and I'm gonna basically put a lot of time into one thing instead of just coming up with 8 things at the same time and trying to do all of them. And when I don't have ideas, I'm going to still have ideas from the day that I come up with 10 at the same time. And I'm just going to put as much work into them as I can and try to make them the best that they can be. So, yeah, I'm going to try to put more videos out.
And then for me, I'm just going to be start uploading again after spring break.
Yep.
That's about it. And also I'm going to try and start editing my videos, even though it took me about 3 hours to edit out 40 minutes from a video.
So you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to edit your medallion video for you. That's what I'm going to do today.
All right. There's just one part you need to get rid of, and that was after we died the first time.
Yeah, well, I'm going to edit the whole thing so it's entertaining.
All right.
Because I realize it's worth putting the time into edit an entire video than it is to just decide to upload the whole thing and hope that it does well.
Yeah.
But
thank you for that. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast.
Yeah,
if you're still here. Good luck trying to figure out our brains after this one.
If you watch every episode, they say the myths, the legends, and they talk of if you watch every episode of the Intermachinations podcast, you will one day understand all of our intermachinations.
We do and don't understand at the same time.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna exit the Discord call now. See y'all.
Love you, man.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's this episode of Intermachinations. Thank you for listening. Isaac, do you have anything to add before we leave?
No, I don't.
All right. Well, adios.